Media show for the hottest discussions on music, sports, news, HMI, Haitian culture, and the latest world gossip every Monday at 8 p.m. Hosted by the dynamic team Pinko, guest host Pinkita, Rupapa, hosts Booble, at melemeloshow@gmail.com. We dive into every aspect of the media world with energy, insight, and a whole lot of fun.
Melo, tous les lundis, 8h, 10h. Melo is the most listening to show in USA. They go live on YouTube and Facebook. Melo est présenté par Penko, Pentika, Rupipa et Bouboule. Soyez branchés. Melo, tous les lundis, 8h, 10h. Melo is the...
Moi, c'est Darlene Joseph. Moi, suis un realtor, real estate broker avec Inspirational Homes dans Georgia. Moi, j'ai un pile année depuis que j'ai aidé les gens à acheter, vendre et investir dans le caille. Je suis realtor communautaire. Si vous Florida, vous pensez que vous venez de Georgia, il y a une pile option pour vous. Tant qu'une option dans la communauté ça que nous prenons. Nous connaissons que Georgia a un gros caille. Si vous pensez pour un gros caille par là, contactez Darlene Joseph avec Inspirational Home à 678 613 75 76. Encore, c'est dans 678 613 75 76. Ou capable de joindre moi sur tous les réseaux sociaux, sur Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, moi là comme Sold by Darlene. Contactez-moi et m'appelez-moi joindre Kai Paola.
Grand-papa, compagnie manger officielle diaspora haïtienne. 100% haïtien. Son compagnie qui a fait effort pour faire économie Haïti, maman Haïti, brassé. Et puis grand-papa, un paquet de différents produits de qualité, blé ak pitimi pour moun qui fait sikyo, maï moulin. Et puis pois Congo, si pois Congo jaune là, c'est le grand-papa gagne qui sont Haïti tête droite. Lalo, Jonjon, Jumango, et puis superstar grand-papa, du riz grand-papa, basmati, du riz jasmine, c'est pas du riz chemical qui fait mon malade là, non? Grand-papa, oui, yon qualité sans pareil. Ou ka imiter, mon pape jamais gagné. Grand-papa, oui, et puis nous compte bagay là déjà, ou à manger un pépin à grand-papa.
Pour plus d'informations, relez-nous dans 866 472 67 26 ou bien visitez-nous sur www.grandpampan.com.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. As you can see, nous gagnons un show qui est très chargé pour nous à soir. As you can see, nous gagnons un panel la full avec bel monde. Monsieur Charlie, that everyone has not seen for a long time ago, is with us tonight.
I'm calling you out.
N'a pas obligé, apologize a little bit pour official host New York, Wupipa, Bouboule, avec Anne-Christie. They have like personal obligations today, et ils pas de cas ensemble avec nous. So, c'est sûr et certain que yo quitté nous là pour nous run show pour yo. Qu'on dit Fabrice dit et nous sous bateau aujourd'hui, hein? Nous pas naviguer. Okay, so we have Soleil here on my right-hand side.
Hi,
our
everyone.
famous Haitian singer. Soleil, can you tell us about you a little bit today? How you doing? How was your weekend?
Good. My weekend was great. I got to hang out with some friends. I got to rest. I got to write some music, so that was amazing.
And are you excited to be on the Melo show
I'm
today?
so excited. I'm a little nervous.
No, don't be nervous.
But I'm so excited
Why
to
would
be
you-
here.
you
I know.
nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Oh
I'm
my
with community.
gosh.
I'm with family, so I'm good. I'm good.
And we have our beautiful Shirley.
Yes. Hi. Well, I am truly excited to be back. I was actually here last week, and I have been invited to come back and be amongst all these beautiful ladies and gentlemen here tonight. So definitely happy to be here. Bonsoir, tout le monde.
And let us hear a little bit about Marc. Brother Charlie.
Well, this
Our
is
one
Marc,
and only.
a.k.a. Brother Charlie, a.k.a. Yara Adenkra, a.k.a. I mean, whatever the a.k.a. you want to give me.
Okay.
So we are here tonight to support our brothers that was not able to be here tonight because of traveling, several arrangements. So therefore, we are here to take over. Nah, we can never take over for these guys, man, because these guys are awesome in what they do. So I am actually glad that I had the opportunity to be here just to support them tonight and also support you ladies.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Qui sont pensées de trois belles femmes ça yo qui chita bokoto aujourd'hui ya?
Bon, by nature, I am a polygamist, so I am well at home.
Okay.
So je suis vraiment content. Maintenant, tu vois, tu parles des belles femmes.
Exactement.
Tu vois, la langue change. Hein?
The language is changing. The language is changing.
La langue change. L'accent va changer tout ça.
Oh my God, tonight.
Tu me parles des belles femmes là. Maintenant, tu me fais exciter.
You know what? He has a new name, Brother Charlie to the night.
Well,
so we have a spicy day today.
I know.
We got some engaging conversations. We have some conversations that's Soleil, and we have another artist that's going to be joining us by the name of Nima. And then we also have a spicy conversation that you may want to share this broadcast because I shared it on my page. So anybody who's on my page or on the Melo show, that you know that we are here every Monday night. Well, not we, but the Melo show is here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can be seen all across the world. There's a spicy topic on a gentleman who actually almost committed suicide because he found out that his wife was cheating on him.
See, what?
Yes.
Oh,
so listen, I'm about to share it in some dating sites and some other places. So you guys share because all questions are allowed tonight.
Exactly.
So if you want to ask some questions in the chat, you know me, Martine, Soleil, Marc will pull out the questions and fire them up for you.
So ma pwede tout moun kounye la pou nou share live la. Share live la is going to be very interesting, very educational. Share live la pou nou tout moun. Okay, we're on Instagram, we are on YouTube. It's shared on your Facebook. Really, yunzi lot. Actually, right now, let's start sharing because it's going to be a very interesting topic. Jean-Shirley Sodian, c'est un moun, I'll say it in Creole, et un gentleman que nous gagne la soya, qui te pensé à prendre la ville. OK? Li ta prend la ville due to madame ni que li te apprendre qui te gagné un l'autre monde sous li et qui te madame la te kon travaille avec moun nan. OK, so ça c'est un sujet qui est très important. Le plus souvent nous contendons que c'est filles qui complain ou bien filles qui gagne you know on issue concerning cheating. So I swear nous portons l'autre flavor, nous portons garçon kounya la qui va dire nous. So this would also be a no judgment zone. No judgment. Nous pas juger, nous pas we're going to be very respectful parce que c'est un sujet qui est très sensible. So we have to respect each other and everyone's opinion, okay, concerning this subject.
And I think it might also be fair to give a trigger warning to people who are also dealing with mental health currently, you know. So if you can't handle the topic, you know.
Correct. Exactly.
True.
Yeah, it's a very heavy topic.
It's heavy stuff.
Trauma.
Yeah.
And stuff, so.
So now we're going to start avec un lot big artist que nous gagne qui est Mima dans communauté and that everyone will know about when she comes on. She's a very, very good singer. I was with her last week at a party that she actually sang at, and we're going to see how good she is. So she's going to come in today pour parler nous un peu de lui-même et de ça le fait et inspiration li dans musique. Okay, and we have Soleil too, our top Haitian artist that's with us too, and you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Okay. Well, I'm excited.
All right.
That'll work.
Take commercial.
Can be emotionally draining, financially devastating, and oftentimes can be avoided through management training and ensuring you have risk mitigation processes in place that alert you of potential human resource issues. At the Gene Consulting Group, We help you take a proactive approach to how you do business. We do this by providing responsive, legal, and HR services tailored for you. Our services are on demand, on your terms, and transparent. You get a trusted advisor and partner who can execute across multiple lanes for a fraction of the cost. We help you maintain an engaged workforce while staying in compliance and avoiding costly litigation so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's growing your business. To learn how you can take a proactive approach to how you do business, please visit sandraljean.com. Employee lawsuits can...
Pour qui ça va faire coller comme ça?
Ma commère, moi fatigué, moi envie dormir, mais dormir pas qu'à prendre.
C'est pas coller pour faire. C'est un jican campé raide qui solution.
Comment ça?
Jican campé raide là, c'est un jican naturel qui descend fatigue dans corps pour sommeil blayi sou. Et puis faire ou lever neuf, coup 9 points.
Pas connait non commère.
C'est lui même pas se poter pour.
Commère, li goût. Côté map joindni.
Et les 470 691 35 33 ou à le visiter dans le website www.egeflogistique.com pour toute information sur Compéred et un pilote produit haïtien.
Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Yes, we are back, and we got somebody special next to us. Bienvenue, welcome, Mima.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So beautiful.
Yes.
Well, Mima, we are so happy, and thank you for the for accepting our invitation to come on the Melo show tonight, so that you can actually tell the public, parler avec Mounio, parler avec public là, pour dire nous exactement your route through being an artist. Okay. All right. So I'm pretty sure you want to tell us about yourself.
When they say tell you about
You know, what do you
myself,
even
it's
say?
Right. It's like, okay, where do I start? You know, I was born in the Bahamas.
Start from the beginning. Yeah.
So where are you from? And if you're not from Georgia, how long you been here?
Okay. So I am originally from the Bahamas.
Oh,
nice. Yes.
Nice.
And then we moved to Florida. Moved to Florida. This was in 99, I think. And then I moved to Atlanta. And I moved to Atlanta in 2014.
In 2014?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Why Atlanta? Why did you move here?
Just looking for something different. Because I've been around family my whole life. And I just wanted something different. I came from a big family. Okay. My dad has 15 kids.
He was busy.
Hey, Rolling Stone. So I just wanted something different, you know, maybe get away from them because I raised them, a lot of them. You know, I was the mom.
You were the oldest?
I'm the oldest daughter.
Oh, wow.
And I have a brother before
Bless
myself.
your heart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so once I had my son and I was just like, okay, I want something different. I just want to kind of isolate us a little bit. And it wasn't too far from the Bahamas. I mean, Bahamas, Jesus Christ. It wasn't too far from Florida. So, yeah, we can visit every once in a while. But, yeah, we just wanted something different. A little bit isolated. Not too isolated, but isolated.
So who exactly is Haitian in your family since you are from the Bahamas?
So we're all Haitian.
Okay.
We're all Haitian. Let's
Okay, she said, let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Because a lot of people don't know. If you're born in the Bahamas by Haitian parents, you're Haitian. You're not Bahamian.
Oh.
Yes, you have to claim that once you turn 18. So,
interesting fact. Huh?
Yeah, so no, we're all Haitians. I've always been a Haitian my whole life.
Yeah.
Right. But my father is full-blown Haitian, and my mother is half Cuban, half Haitian.
Half Cuban, half Haitian.
Yes.
Okay.
So where did you start? How did you start with music? Where did that come about? Or
My daddy church.
Okay.
It's always in church. So my dad's he's a bishop now.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I was growing up, he was a pastor, and he has his own church, and you know, the pastor's daughter has to be the lead singer. You know, and bless his heart, I had a voice. So that's kind of where that.
When you were little, you know, how did you start when you're singing when you're a little girl? Is that
So I was always in the choir or the group when I was little. But interesting story, fun story.
Okay.
When I was 10, it took me 10 years. When I was 10, I'm a, what do you call that? I have very high self-esteem. I'm conceited.
Period.
I love
As
I'm
you
a
should be.
conceited person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm conceited. So ever since I was young, I've always been in the mirror, my family mask, you know, just one of those. But when I was 10, like when you grow up in the Bahamas, they didn't have television all night long. Okay. So it came on at a certain time. It came off in the middle of the day. They say, okay, kids, go out and play, and then it came back on.
Yeah.
So when it did come on in the morning, they always sang the national anthem, the Bahamian national anthem. And I used to always mimic the way that they sing it.
Okay.
So I was in school one day, and I was like, yeah, they be on the TV, and they sing it like this, and I was mimicking it, and my friend was like, girl, you can sing. Yeah. And that's when I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can sing.
That's
so I started putting a little bit more breath in my singing.
I think that's really cool because it's like you didn't even know that you had a talent because it's a God-given gift.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
awesome.
Take any singing lessons? Any lessons?
No, I haven't taken singing lessons.
Okay.
Praise
She said
God.
it's
no,
natural.
Church has been my singing lessons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
So you went directly straight into singing. No lessons, no tune-ins, no instrument, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can call high school my singing lesson because I was in the high school choir. We used to go out for singing competitions. We were
did some lead
always
songs
winning. Yeah, it was always good stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let me ask you this. Usually, sometimes Haitian parents, you know where I'm going. Haitian parents usually are a little reluctant sometimes when they hear. Petit moi pas chanter, m'a vlo chanter, laisser docteur pour faire.
Engineer, lawyer, that's it.
So did you get to experience that when you told them that you were going to sing? I mean,
so no, I did not experience that, and I think my saving grace was that my mother passed when I was 4. So I think my dad was very much on some. Whatever you want to do to express yourself. Yeah. And he said I picked up my mother's attitude, which is, you can't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. So,
do you look like her also?
He said that. I have pictures of her. I don't think I look a lot like her, but I resemble her a little bit. But yeah, so I didn't really get much of that. And my dad thinks he's a little bit of an artist.
So he was your manager.
Like your manager.
so you bypass that.
Yeah, he thinks he's a little bit of an artist. So he's like, you know, you got the singing from me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he welcomed it, especially if you look anything like your mom and he lost the love of his life. It's like, Shirley for Sovli, you know, right? That's probably what it was. So where do you draw your inspiration from and how long you've been singing?
I mean, like I said, I've been singing,
now.
For years. And I've even like dabbled in different genres, like, you know, like R&B, hip hop.
R&B was on point.
Thought I was a gangster.
Come on, gangster.
So I've dabbled in a few different things. I've been singing. Listen, music is my life. I've been doing it forever. Forever. Yeah. Okay. From church to church, from just all the time.
Yeah. Well, I've actually had the honor of seeing you at iLounge twice, right? Yeah. Once actually you performed, and then the other time we just got to network and stuff like that. We got some interesting news before my leaves, right? that we're gonna share. But outside of that, any other places in Atlanta that you've been at, that you performed at?
Atlanta, we've done a few performances. Let me think. We've done
just recently. for this party that we went to?
Yeah, she was blowing up.
The birthday party, Gabby's birthday party. I did. I performed at that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That, like you said, the Haitian voting rally. We did that. I just perform wherever I'm called, you know, as long as it's not a crazy event, you know, I show up. And
you're so comfortable with it, you know what I mean?
I love the stage. I love the stage.
Well, remember what she told you earlier.
Yeah.
You know. I want to say overly confident.
Oh, yeah,
you say conceited.
I am. And I believe every woman should be conceited. So that's not a bad thing. Like people like to say that's a bad thing. Like, oh no, don't think that. No, I love it. You have to love yourself. I am the best at what I do. And what are you going to do about it? Fight me? Fight me. Right. That's what I'm going to do.
That's good. And that translates in your music.
Tell us about your first song. What was the inspiration behind your first song? And when
like the very first song I've written?
That's what I would like to know. Your very first song.
What was the first song? I would say the first song I can remember writing because, like I said, I love the mirror. So I was always in the mirror just doing the most. Right. And my dad would always talk about that. Like I'd be in the mirror and just singing stuff, like making stuff up as I go. So he always said that I would be a composer because of that, right? But the very first song I think I can't even remember writing is when I was 17. Okay. And I can't remember the whole thing, but it was like, I'm only 17 with a lonely face. I got something in my heart. Like it was just like
I gotta pay for the rest.
But that's the first time I can think about writing something. And honestly, I was in a bit of a dark place. And that not dark place, lonely place at that time because I was, like I said, my mom passed when I was younger, so you can imagine I was hopping from home to home, even though my dad was in my life. But like I said, Dad's a Rolling Stone, so and he's always looking for a wife. He's on his third.
Shout out to Pops.
So he's always looking for a wife to take care of them kids, and then he's popping out more kids. Like that's just the life. But as he's doing that, we're just kind of house hopping and stuff like that, and then. Around that time, my stepmother actually put my brother and I out. My brother is the only sibling I have from my mother.
And she put y'all out?
She put us out. She was like,
kicked y'all out the house?
Kicked us out the house. And my dad, old ridiculous self, accepted it and was like, okay, so I have your aunt. She was Haitian. She full blown. Okay.
We don't usually hear that.
So she kicked us out, and my dad sent us to my aunt's house. Okay. Who was about 45 minutes away. So he sent us to our aunt's house, and from there, my brother kind of fell into gang violence, and he was my protector. So he kind of left the protector role and kind of fell into gang violence, which he actually got deported and he's in Haiti now, bless his heart. But he's a full-blown Christian and he actually has this really cool like nonprofit. Everything's good. Okay. But yeah, around that time I was lonely. I was by myself, you know, like I didn't get along with my cousins because I am a no BS girl. Like I'm outgoing, I'm full of energy and everything, but as soon as I feel like you're fake with me, I'm going to call you out on it. And if we can talk about it, we're cool. If we can't talk about it, I don't know you. Right. You know? Right. So we kind of went through that and that's kind of when I wrote that song. Oh, you guys made me think about it.
Do you remember it though? You don't remember
I don't remember the whole song because I was literally just thinking about that. I didn't think about that before.
Yeah, you gotta go find it.
I gotta go find it. You know, I have books where I wrote all my songs. I gotta go find it.
So on that note, speaking of that, when it comes to other artists, right? Do you usually collaborate with other artists? Because we have another.
I'm asking for myself.
Yes. Do you collaborate? And how do you feel like as a woman? You know what I mean? Is that like a threat to you, or?
Oh my God!
Like
I just said I'm
confident. Yeah, there's nothing that could be a threat.
Nobody can stop our
period.
Okay. That you would really want to do in the future?
I'm totally open to collaborations. I'm totally open, but I will say, I am control freak a little bit. Like,
She is.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like I tell you how to do your craft because I would never do that. Like, I feel like an artist should be able to flourish and do what they want. But I will be like, oh, that don't sound right. Let's try this again. You know,
and that's fair. Some people take offense to that in the studio, but it's like
so
collaborative effort.
When I first met you, you reminded me of Soleil.
Did I?
Oh my God, that's Soleil. They would be a good.
Okay. So then
Period.
we have to do something.
You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, it would be really.
So like make a deal.
Right? Okay. So I do have a question for you. What are you hoping to accomplish with your music? What's the message that you want to leave?
I'm looking to crossover. Okay. You know, I feel like I grew up, and that's almost, and it might be radical to say, right? But it's like just the Haitian culture and the Haitian way in general is very much at a standstill. It's like at a timestamp, you know? And I don't like that for us. I feel like in order for us to grow, we need to start crossing over. We need to start opening ourselves up to some different things. And I want to cross over. Like I always say, like I need to do a song with Chris Brown because he's a musical genius, and that would definitely put Copa on the map. On the map.
That would be hella dope.
That, you know, that song that Richelle just did.
Oh
with
my
John Legend.
Yeah. I was so proud.
Right?
That's such a.
I was like, oh my God, history.
Yeah.
Right. I was so proud.
Yeah.
Yes.
They say he's actually the first American artist to get on a compa beat.
It is.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm like. History has been made.
Yes.
Wow.
And it would be John Legend looking like somebody daddy.
He looks like he's Haitian.
He really looks
John
like
Legend
my
is
dad
Haitian.
back in the 80s.
Yeah, because
like,
him
really
and Michael look like cousins. You know what I mean? Like they could be related, you know?
No, for sure. For sure. No, that was beautiful. I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved everything about that. I was like, oh my God, she did that. I love that.
did.
Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming projects though?
Yeah, speak about it.
So I'm always working on
Something's
stuff.
coming up in January.
Talk on it. I'm always working on things. I'm always open to like just trying out things, doing things, as long as it aligns with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not with the, you know, let's talk about the cootie cats and whatnot. Like I'm not into that. Like I'm very much a woman's woman. So anything that uplifts Haiti and is, you know, and people like to judge because I have put out this clip.
Okay.
I put out this clip of this song that I'm gonna put out later on, which I'm gonna have to go back and fix because because I mispronounced some words.
Oh no.
Okay. Yes. Even though Haiti is my country and it's you know, Creole is my first language, I don't speak it very well. Yeah. So I mispronounced some words, and I have to change it, and you know, whatever. But anyway, the point, I don't remember what the point I was making. What was the point I was making?
Well, we gotta take a break. So we
then I can think about what I was talking about.
Yes.
We'll come back for a little
We'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with Bima.
Yes.
Le 28 décembre, Woody Woodboy Gabel dans Atlanta. Atlanta chéri, enfin, pour fin année à Napla. 28 décembre ça, Woody Gabel dans Essence Event Venue Napla pour venir bon plaisir. 28 décembre à ne pas rater. Achetez ticket au Kounyan. Yes, depuis à soir même. Achetez ticket pour venir prendre plaisir avec Woody Gabel. Gen bagay pour yeux, pour oreilles et ou pral enjoy toute nuit là. 28 décembre, Woody Gabel ou pas doué rater fête ça. Let's go baby.
All right. So, you want to go ahead and
we're speaking about your projects.
Yes,
tell us about your next project.
So I do have a project coming up. I'm working on a video and everything. It's a song called Papam Te Palim. I have to go redo the song because the Haitians got in the comments. They got in the comments heavy on me because when I was singing the song, I was saying, y'all ready for this?
Yeah. Okay.
I was saying du fera.
Oh, what is it?
Instead of
means different.
Différent instead of du
She
okay.
pronounced the word wrong.
You know, we're doing our best.
Saying different, but she said it a different
I said
way.
it different. You said it differently. So I have to go and redo that, but I'm working on that. I'm gonna put a video out for that. It's gonna be amazing.
Who caught that? Who caught that?
All the Haitians.
Yeah. That was like when I did the event earlier this year that I'm going to do again next year, which, speaking of, is our Haiti Cultural Day, Super Jumbo competition, and Mima is our first artist that agreed to do the show.
That's exciting. I love that because I love the cause.
Yes. So definitely we're excited for you to come out. And just wanted to know, we know that you collaborate, so we're excited about that. But for the young girls who are coming up, or anyone, any musicians or singers or artists, what advice would you give them throughout your journey since you've been singing for a while and performing for a while? What advice would you leave with them today, those that are watching?
Be yourself. Just be yourself. Be authentic. If it doesn't feel authentic, let it go. Don't do it. Just because someone says, this is how it needs to be, this is the image you need to have, this is how you need to act. No, if that's not authentic for you, let that go. Don't do that.
Right.
Just be yourself. That's the best thing you can do for yourself.
Amen. Okay, Soleil, I want to ask another question.
Do I want?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Where can we find you?
All the social medias.
Okay. She said TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, just
type in the Haitian Mima.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll find me anywhere.
Okay. So are you ready for this question? Because you're on Meli Melo, and Meli Melo goes very, very, very far.
Okay, where we going?
Around the world. Our next question is, if there was a Haitian male artist, who would that be that you would want to collaborate with?
I'm gonna mess up his name.
Okay. He might be listening. Just
don't get mad.
Whisper it so I can tell him. Oh yes.
Yeah, I said it right? Okay, all right.
There you go.
Midgie.
Okay.
Yes. And I mean, I don't know if he's still if he's gonna work on anything else.
Maybe you could get him to work.
I know. Maybe I can get you to work on something else. Yes.
Talk to him.
He is an amazing performer. And for me, it's about the performer, right? And I've seen him perform a few times. And he's just, he's so captivating. And he's you could tell he's in love with it. I don't know what happened with Impossible. I don't care. But, Medji.
Okay, so Medji, gon belle jeune dame là, a singer.
Get on it, Medji.
Collaborate with you.
Send a DM, email.
She's going to bring you back.
Yes. Now, I have a question. Is there any female artists within the HMI, that you're looking to actually collaborate with?
See, I'm a girl's girl. So I do it with any of them. Any of them. I'm a girl's girl. Send me all of them.
Send you all of them.
Send me all of them.
So the ladies, definitely hit her inbox up too. Well, it was definitely great having you.
It was fun.
Yes, this was fun.
Any last word?
No, I mean, find me on the social medias, the Haitian Mima, and just be yourself. Be good. Life is lifing, and it can be lifing in a good way. So don't let anything pull you down. Always pull yourself up. That's it.
Okay. One other quick important question, Mima. Earlier I heard that you said you had a son. How old is your son?
My son, he too old.
He grown.
He's too old, but okay, how does he feel about mom being into the
He loves it.
Industry? Okay.
He loves it. He's definitely a mama's boy, but he's also just he's a people's person. So if he loves you, he wants you to do whatever makes you happy.
Do you think that you would bring him into music? How do you feel about it if he said he wanted to?
I would let him do whatever he wants. I don't believe in crippling people.
Yeah,
come on now.
I don't believe in
that. You got that from your daddy. So outside of music, what other activities do you do, or what activities
besides
do you have
being a mommy?
Just
what do I do? I mean, I'm a mom. I live my best life. I run my businesses.
Awesome. You love to travel?
I love to travel. I just came from, where'd I come from? What was the latest place I came? Colombia.
Oh, nice.
Just came from Colombia. It was fun. Yeah, love traveling. You have to travel. It expands your mind, you know? You have to do it.
Where'd you go, Cartagena? Where'd you go?
Yes, I went to Cartagena.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Awesome.
And it was 28 of us. Don't do that. Don't go with
big trips. Why?
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Listen,
because
it's too many
always,
people
I
to
want to do this.
accommodate.
I want
too many different directions.
I want to
Okay.
go here. I want to go there. I want to eat this. I want to eat that.
Yeah, we
and everybody's on a different time zone.
Yeah,
you know, one gonna crash early.
Someone doesn't want to get up early.
Exactly.
It was fun though. It was still really, really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably do like 8 people max next time.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead,
I was gonna say, with your music, who are some of the artists that inspire you?
A little bit of everyone. I think you would, like, when you start listening to my different music, you'll see that I'm inspired by gospel. I'm inspired by, rock. I'm inspired by country. Like, it's just any little thing that I listen to. Yeah. I just kind of, I'm a sponge, is what I tell a lot of people. Even even with the way I speak.
Mm-hmm. You're a PK.
Yeah.
Preacher's kid. You're a pastor.
She got
but I just pick up. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, some people, like, when I'm talking, it's probably not here. Maybe I'm being really, like, nice about it. But But, like, some people will be like, oh, my God, are you from New York? And I'm like... No, I've been since then, but I was like, no, I've never been. But I'm a sponge. I'll just.
So how do you feel about singing live for us?
Just a
little something. Just give the people what they want.
Meji's gonna hear you.
So I'm auditioning.
You're auditioning for Meji right now.
Let's go. I could sing a little bit of the second verse of my song, Bombagla.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bombagla.
Let me see. Utanku yomiwa magika, mwen we tout potem nan ou, mwen pa gen aucun défaut, paske you love me for who I am, jusqu'à la mort arrive, baby avec ou ma prêté. You are everything, you're everything. Oh, tout bagay pou mwen.
Whoosh! Come on, Meji. Call us. Look, we got things to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
You are amazing. That voice is so beautiful.
Y'all got me blush.
So if someone wants to book you, you have your manager that they go through? You have a manager? Like, you want to give that information?
Just hit up any of the social medias of the Haitian Mima, and we will definitely get in contact.
Okay.
One more quick question again. How did you choose your name?
Yes.
Because I know I read some information in reference to you changing your name.
Yeah,
Jade?
I did.
So do you, just a little background about that, just a little bit.
Okay. So my name is, was, when I was doing American music, I was doing a lot of some R&B, some hip hop. Like I said, I was a little gangster. I wasn't a gangster girl. I just so my name was Jade Passion.
Right.
Okay. And I went by that for a little bit. And then when I more so branched into compa music, I don't know, it sounded so funny for them to announce me as Jade Passion. I was like, oh, where's the Creole in it? Like, it was right. It was weird, right? So I was like, I think I'm gonna change it. And I was gonna go way original.
Okay,
y'all ready for this? I was gonna go way original. Like, my daddy named me. Like, I'm gonna go with my full name because I didn't like it before. I love it now. I'm gonna go with my full name. Then I said, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. My real name, is Jemima.
Oh,
hey, that's actually
Jemima.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Jemima.
beautiful.
Yeah. But if you're American, it's Aunt Jemima.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I didn't even catch that. What's that?
I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Right?
Okay, so it came to
right. But my dad always calls me Mima, and it's very funny because my tag My tag is Mima. Sabon, oui?
Yeah.
My dad, whenever he hears something that I do or whatever, he goes, Mima, sabon, oui? So I was like, oh, I like that. So,
you got to get him on a track.
Right. Listen, I got
saying that.
Listen, he going to want to do way too much.
Just cut him off, you know, and just get the Mima. Sabon, oui? Like that would be cute.
That's where Mima came from. Yeah. And then I tried to just put Mima in the socials, but then all these Mimas was coming up, so I did the Haitian Mima.
I see that. And y'all see you wearing your jade tonight, so
Yeah.
you still about the jade.
Always about the jade, because green is my favorite color, so always about the jade.
Yeah. So you're working currently on an album, you said. So when is that album? When can we expect?
So you know what? I don't necessarily have a date on it because I'm more so trying to be strategic with how I'm marketing it. But I am working on putting a project together of collective music. I don't necessarily want to call it an album. It could be an EP. It could be whatever. Correct. But I am putting some stuff together to kind of put that out.
Okay. Once again, just state where we can reach you. Your social media.
The Haitian Mima.
Okay. The Haitian media.
Anywhere. Yes. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, they don't call it Twitter no more. X. Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok. All that. The YouTube, the Haitian Mima.
The Haitian Mima. Well, the Haitian Mima, we enjoyed you tonight. We thank you so much.
Ladies. This was fun.
Yeah. We did it.
Yes. So we will be back after this commercial break.
Atlanta, m'espère nous en forme bon comme nous connaissons nous gain pour nous débarquer dans zone nan très bientôt. Osval Ben, Saint-Clan, Andy Beats a ban nous rendez-vous le 30 novembre là. Essence vinn passer un bon petit moment avec nous. Nous geta ouais line up là déjà paraître en masse, paraître en full nous va passer.
Ouais, Meli Melo show, c'est plus gros show que Atlanta. L'important pour nous garder
Parce que son show qui est chaque lundi.
Meli Melo, Reginald de Atlanta. Meli Melo, Reginald de Georgia. Ouais, on est dans Georgia. Ouais, Meli Melo, on toujours fait si bon chez Willem Vle. Yes, lundi 8-10. Meli Melo.
We are back. Hopefully y'all missed us. And we are here with another guest of ours here tonight.
And as you can see, we have Mr. Charles here with us. And he's our special guest for tonight. And n'a pas obligé excusez nous tout le monde et c'est parce que c'est américain que lié, li pas parler créole. So n'a pas obligé faire show toute question yo et en anglais pour aujourd'hui. Mais si nous avons des questions, nous allons still poser des questions. Nous allons répondre aux questions. Okay? So for now, we have to speak English due to our guests being American. Okay? Comme nous t'ai dit, nous, et choses ça sont choses qui très spéciales, qui très sensibles. So nous t'arrêtons et que si nous avons des questions et pour Monsieur Thomas, nous allons poser des questions et puis nous allons et qui question que nous gagnons pour lui et pour nous ça répondre. Et comme on t'a dit déjà et un peu de respect exactly because of course et sujet assez parce que Charles t'es dans situation de madame ni qui t'est trompé, OK? Et pour le fait que madame ni t'est trompé il était choisi, il était pensé à retirer la ville. So, n'a pas remercié, which we're going to thank you, Mr. Charles, for coming on to our show to actually tell us about your story. Usually, sometimes these stories are hidden, or you know, we have a lot of people that are afraid, especially a man, you know, to come out to talk to the public in reference to that. So, a big, big, big thank you to you for coming out to actually telling us about your story. And it's going to be also educational too, so for people that that are experiencing the same thing. We also have a therapist that's going to be on Zoom with us. Hi. How are you, Ms.
Hello.
Peters?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well.
Oh, we can.
Okay. Okay. So, Ms. Peters?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to hear us?
Loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Good. And Miss Peters is going to be our therapist for tonight, and she's going to also give her input in reference to anyone that is having that's going through this situation. Okay. Welcome, Miss Peters.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, ça n'a fait m'a pensé ouais si m'te ka fait tout possible moi pour m'te ka ba nou morceau dans ça qu'a fait là dans show. Parce que show ça son show qui très important. Parce que là regarder c'est pas facile. Bon, bah j'aime presque tendez côté un garçon a expliquer nous les madame ni sorti sous lui, on prend ça nous aux États-Unis un cheat on her et que qu'on y a là ça a affecté parce que le plus souvent garçon dès pourtant de ça arriver, yo tellement ça relé on proud la caillou que yo pas même parler de ça. So, à soir, c'est un bagage, moi-même, moi, très content le fait que moi, joigne un garçon qui a exprimé lui pour dire que comment le sentir laisse ça passer. Parce que nous, tout cas connaissons, surtout dans la communauté que nous vivons là, communauté haïtienne, et que nous toujours tendez, c'est mesdames yo qui a plaigné, dit que monsieur a sorti sous yo, monsieur a fait petit sous yo, monsieur a fait toute qualité bagage, mais nous pas jamais dans nos garçons qui exprimaient dans ce sens ça. So, à soya, n'a pas essayé comme choix en anglais le bralier à cause de guest nous c'est américain. Mais autrement, on a essayé les points importants, on a essayé aussi nous traduire ça en créole pour nous.
Once again, we're going to introduce Mr. Charles Thomas, and what Mr. Brother Charlie just did was explain to the public, the reason that you're here and what you're going to talk about. So he said that in Creole.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You wanted to say something, Shirley? You wanted to say something, Shirley?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say that Melo is one of the top shows within the Haitian community, but also for the people who love Haitians, right? So we're glad that you were able to join us tonight, Charlie, and definitely we'll be talking Creole and English. I'll probably mostly be talking English because I'm more comfortable with that as well too. But if you can go ahead, like Martine said, and introduce yourself.
Small correction. Okay, he'll say it. I was going to say it's Charles.
Oh, it's Charles.
Charles is fine.
Okay, you go back, Charlie.
How you doing? I'm Charles Thomas. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Are you originally from Georgia?
I'm from Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moved to Georgia 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, but from Miami.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I know Martine may want to kick it off with the first question.
So tell us how you feel. Just let's hear about how you feel.
I'm fine. It's been a road, but I love helping people. I run into so many people, so many men that have been through situations that I've been through.
Right.
And it's just about helping and sharing a story. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
As we once again, I'll let everyone know that we also have Christy Peters, which is our therapist. It's on. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm well. Are you able to hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good job. All right. So, Mr. Thomas, let us know. Like I said you feel okay. You're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. Okay. So, give us a little history about your situation. Let's start with what actually caused the situation for you to be able to want to speak to us about it.
So many men, women go through things, in a relationship or a marriage, and some of those things are hidden or you're afraid to express those things. And I had my previous marriage was a good marriage, but towards the end was pretty bad. For me, I'm an only child. My mom is still in Miami, so we talk frequently. Didn't have the best of relationship at that time, but a great relationship now. So it's hard when you go through things in a marriage. You need counsel. You need older people with you. You need people to guide you. I didn't have any of that. I had friends here and there to chime in. But when you go through things, whether it's your fault or not, it's kind of hard to get through those things alone. No brothers, no sisters, no one you can just reach out and call at any time of night to get you through these things. So it was pretty tough for me.
So outside of your wife, you didn't have any other family here?
No, not that I was really close to, no.
Okay, gotcha. How long were you guys married for?
Almost 10 years.
Okay.
Together 14.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So let's dive right into it. What actually happened, Mr. Thomas?
Well, both parties, not seeing eye to eye, and towards the end, my ex-wife, stepped out. It was towards the end of the relationship, but it was devastating. You try to do all you can, you try to, work it out and give all your money as a man, and those things wasn't working. Kids involved, and just breaking down, begging for love, asking for love every single night.
I hear you say towards the end of the relationship. So this is an incident that happened towards the end of the relationship?
Well, things were going through the whole time, but towards the end is when it really got bad. When you really try to keep, a black family together and just try to do your all, and nothing worked, whether it was the money, the time, the wife not coming home at night, seeing little things around the house. When you know for a fact that they're stepping out and you still stay, it just, things weren't good at all.
So you're saying you saw signs?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the body language change, the outfits change, the dress code changes, the conversations change, it's little to no conversation, There's no intimacy, and begging and not getting any love. It's kind of hard. Definitely when you're trying to stay and you're trying to do all you can to keep a family together.
Yeah. How exactly did you find out about the affair?
When your spouse don't come home on the weekend.
Okay.
And you see the little overnight bags.
Right.
So that's the first way, that it started. You see the messages, at the, in the middle of the night, or you roll over and they're texting on the phone, and while you think, they think you sleep. So you see those little things, but you kind of ignore it and try to keep going on.
Right. That's where I'm at, because apparently you saw every last one of the signs. So in the process of seeing the signs, what, as a man and a husband and a father, what did you do to actually be able to maybe step in to stop the, what you felt was probably going on?
Of course you approach it, you ask questions, and you're not going to get a straight answer, I tried to speak, I tried to give, more love. You start looking at yourself. Okay. What am I doing wrong? Okay. It has to be me, and, a lot of men don't like to cry, but, I'm very emotional. So I've cried all the tears I can cry. You just try to keep working, even though this is possibly going on, but you try to keep loving that person and just trying to hold on, Right. But in the midst of that, you're killing yourself.
Right. Okay, let me bring, is she in? Is she with the therapist? Ms. Peters, I want to bring you in if you have a question at this time that you would like to ask or any input for now.
Yes, I wanted to, Mr. Thomas, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I wanted to first ask, how do you prefer to be called? I'm Miss Peters, firstly. How do you prefer to be called?
You can be Charles, it's fine.
Charles? Okay, thank you. And you could call me Christy, or you could call me Miss Peters, whatever's comfortable for you. I want to say it's nice meeting you, and thank you for allowing me to be part of this experience. I also want to say I'm so sorry for what you're going through. I know it's not easy. I wanted to first ask you if you had any questions.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So it sounds like that you've been going through, you've been faced with infidelity in your marriage. Is that correct?
That's correct. My previous marriage.
His previous marriage.
Right.
Are you married now?
Yes, I am now.
Okay.
A little over a month, got remarried.
Okay, well, congratulations. Yeah,
actually, his wife is here with him. His wife is with him.
Oh, good.
Which is very good.
Okay, awesome. So I guess my question is, we're here because what are some of the things that you're being challenged with now based on your previous marriage?
Well, you start to look back and, I'm newly married again. But, when you go through problems, it causes you to run away from them and not face them head on, because you don't want to go through things that you went through before. So when you see signs, you kind of shut down, and that caused me to shut down, a lot, or not deal with situations because you're afraid to go back to what you've been through. It's one thing, depression is real. Yeah. I could never want to go back there again. And so it's kind of hard for me now in the marriage now. If we go through a little spat here and there, quickly my mind says, Charles, you need to get away. You need to run, because you went down a place that you never want to go again.
Right.
So.
And you're talking about currently in your
currently
marriage?
In my marriage now. It's great, but you go through different
like
things.
Triggers, flashbacks.
You may not see eye to eye, or you start to see it can go that way, it can go left very fast. But depression, never want to go down there. So it causes me to shut down. Right. Instead of communicating like I should, because you're afraid to go back there. I never want to go there again.
So just real quick, let's go back again. What do you think led to it, though? What, in your opinion, what did you think? What led to it?
Well, I was a little older, and I had been married before, just a little bit.
So that was your second marriage?
Yeah, that was my second marriage. Yeah, she was younger than me. Okay. So, you kind of know different things, a little bit more than the other person. You want something different. People grow up, so she grew up, and at one point she didn't eat me anymore. So after you give a person love, you show them, you guide them, you build them up. It doesn't work out all the time. Gotcha. So me being a little older and her growing up and getting a little older and saying, you know what, I don't want this anymore. I don't have to listen to you anymore. Right. You know.
Just be curious, Charles. What was the age difference?
About 7 years.
7 years, that's not old.
You know, but when I first met her, I was
actually what I prefer.
When I first met her.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a big difference when you first start off when I was about 25, 26, and she was 19. That's a difference. So even backgrounds, you know, coming from different backgrounds, how you're being raised, and family morals. Okay. 7 years is a big difference.
Gotcha. I wanted to. Can I know that I have to leave around 9:30, so I just wanted to ask Charles, what if that's okay, everyone?
Yes, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to ask Charles how, I'm not really looking at the elements of the age. What I'm looking at right now is you're in a new marriage, right? And you're saying, it sounds like you're saying that your previous relationship had such an emotional impact on you that it traumatized you, and so you see some of that resurfacing in your present marriage, right?
I see that within me. So,
within you.
Yeah, I have a beautiful wife. She's great. But, we kind of want everything to be perfect now, and nothing's perfect. So when you're faced with challenges, it scares you. It scares me. And instead of I'm trying to talk those things out and trying to hear her side, hear my side, and continue on, you're afraid of that. You're afraid to give your all because it's been destroyed before.
So just tell us just go one or two of the challenges so that we could actually know what you mean when you say challenge. What are the challenges that you're facing?
Well, just not agreeing. It could just be agreeing to disagree. Agree to disagree. Little things like that. Okay. It's nothing major. Okay.
Conflict resolution.
But, love. If I feel a lack of love, we both work a lot. And that was one of my issues in my previous marriage. We both worked a lot, and most men wouldn't have a problem if you don't text them all day. Me, I want to hear from you all day. I want to speak to you. I want to know that you're still thinking about me. I'm still loved. So if I feel that now, it's just flashbacks like maybe she doesn't love me. Okay. Gotcha. So I constantly need that reminder that, hey, you still love me. You're still thinking about me. And we're still trying to make it work. Yeah. When that doesn't happen, I know she's busy, I'm busy, those things sink in,
I have a couple questions for you, but I see that Brother Charlie want to say something.
No, I wanted, because Miss Peters was into to a line of question that she wanted to get somewhere. So I wanted to make sure that she get that opportunity first to get to the pinpoint of the problem or the cause or the root cause of what's going on, because she was into. Okay, let me just Miss Peters.
Yes.
Go ahead.
He was going somewhere, Miss Peters, what he's saying.
Yeah, I was trying to, because I really want to help while I'm here, and I know I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to ask Charles. I wanted to go back to your childhood. And I wanted to ask you what type of relationship you had with your mother. I know you mentioned you're working on rebuilding the relationship, but as a child, can you think of some of the challenges you had as a child with your mother?
Well, me and my mom, they have the best relationship. Great mother, great, strong black woman. But I always felt like it was just me and my dad, and then it's my mom. Or it's my mom and it's just me and my dad. Mom was very strict, very hard. I didn't have that son love that most sons get from their mom. Yeah. She loved me. She did a lot of things for me, don't get me wrong, but there was still something missing that I never had until I became 42, and I'm 44. That was always missing. So me being in a relationship, not looking for a mother, but looking to have that love, that nurturing love
Right.
was very important to me, and that's what failed in my marriage, and
Mhm.
that's what made things hard. I never had that from my mom.
Did you have other siblings?
No.
Oh, the only child.
Yeah, the only child. So you didn't have that nurture, which is crucial for attachment, right? And if you lack that nurture, then you have what's called an insecure attachment. And so what that does is during those formative years, the developmental years, by default, your brain, we are our brain, created a neural network system that says, I am not nurtured to meet my emotional need. Okay. And then what that does, it puts up a defense reaction to maybe even desensitize you from hurt and pain. And as you get older, you utilize that same neural network system that worked for you and helped you to survive as a child. So as an adult, you become defensive in a stress response or in a perceived threat response mode in your relationships. So to protect that, lack of nurture or that feeling of emotional neglect, you may call several times on the phone to keep a connection, to avoid rejection. Does that make sense, Charles?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so how to heal that is update your neural network. Okay, and you update it through treatment modalities. Okay, maybe through therapy, self-care, self-compassion. So when you felt maybe unloved as a child, and every child should feel loved, you could say, you could hug yourself and say, you know what, I love myself. I am safe. I have a beautiful wife today. I trust my marriage and my wife. I trust myself. You have to speak those positive affirmations to yourself consistently in order to rewire your brain so you don't be in that stuck type of protect myself from being rejected mode. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you get any type of help out after your situation?
I mean, my mom was there, my aunts, a few friends. I just had to pray hard.
Okay.
There was a time I didn't want to live, and I had that love that I was missing came from my dad. He passed away in 2012. So when me and my mom weren't getting along, my dad substituted. He came in, was a great father, and gave me that love. But when he passed away when I was 32, it's like, where do I get it now?
Right.
When the hurt comes, daddy's not there to save me. He's not there to replace that love. So it was hard for me. Definitely in a relationship, in a marriage, if I'm not getting that, I can't call my dad. I don't have anybody else. So that made it worse. My dad always made up for what I wasn't getting from my mom at one point.
So your dad was compensating.
Yeah, he was compensating. But when he was gone, it's like, if the pain comes, if hurt comes, where's daddy? So I had to stand up because I have kids as well and be that for them, but it was hard. They didn't know what I was struggling with. Even today, they really don't know.
So what was it that actually triggered you to want to take your life?
Just give them all to a woman. Give them all to a person, not being separated from my kids. When it was getting down to, you think you don't have anything left. You start looking at yourself, and I'm a strong person. But to actually be broken down to a place that I never thought I can be, I rode around for 2 hours with a gun in my head, on the phone with my mom, on the phone with my aunt.
So your mom was still around?
Yeah.
At the time.
It was on the phone, but, I rode around at night, and I just thought it was it. It was no way out for me. But, they kept talking, and, couple of friends from the neighborhood, neighbors, called as well. So, that showed me that people love me, think
During
about
the
your
2
kids.
hours you was driving
During the 2
around,
hours, yeah, they were calling in. My goddaddy called. I had a few neighbors call as well. That helped, Went back home finally and just laid down and just, God woke me up the next day and just try it again. But, you need that support.
So do you think that if you did not have those calls and that support, do you think that you would have done it?
I probably would have. If, that was one of the, not few times, but that was one of the times I really needed to hear, I love you from my mom.
Yeah.
My aunt was like a mom to me as well.
So your mother was the first person you called?
Yeah, first person I called. I did, we didn't have the best relationship, but I love my mom. My mom still was great in my life. Trust me. She was great. But of course, I called. She told me things that I've never heard. Not to say that she didn't love me because she always told me that, but she really showed. And she was there. She wouldn't get off the phone.
Okay.
That meant something to me.
Was this your first time trying to take your life?
That was my first time.
Okay.
Yeah. It was hard. You know?
Anything you want to share on that, Miss Peters?
Oh, I wanted to thank you. I wanted to say, it sounds like, your mother loves you, as you know. So identifying areas of maybe a lack of nurture to meet your emotional needs does not discount that your mother loves you and your mother's awesome. So, but there were areas of need that you needed, and it's an instinctual need. It's not even a want, it's a need, where there was emotional neglect, and that's where the childhood wound could have been formed, causing you to kind of have a cycle of a stress, a perceived threat response of, I don't want to feel rejected. I don't want to feel rejected. And see, a child is not going to, they have two instinctual responses. They can fight, flight, freeze, or they can attach, particularly not in your situation, in cases of abuse. A lot of times the child attaches to the parent because they need that parent to survive, and they kind of dissociate from the pain caused by abuse. And that can later resurface as an adult. A lot of times when one feels helpless, meaning they don't have the tools to stop the pain, particularly of betrayal trauma, and when one feels hopeless, where they feel no one can help, they can begin to have this suicidal ideation, thinking this is the way to stop the pain.
And on that note, I still want to, I'll speak on behalf of everyone. Thank you for actually not doing that, because now you are here with us to actually be able to help someone else.
Absolutely.
So I'm thanking you once again for doing that. Okay, so a little bit about what does this do to you? Like, what is your perception now about women? What are you thinking now when it comes to women due to this?
It's fine. I don't put what happened to me in the past on women, period. That hasn't changed. I love my mom, my aunts, my grandma. I love my wife now. Right. But you have to grow from that.
Bitter with
women. Not bitter at all. I think I take some fault in those things in my marriage. I'm not putting all the blame on my previous marriage. I would never do that because I wasn't perfect as well. But no, I'm not bitter at all.
Okay, just real quick. Now that you said it, and I didn't have to say it to you, what were a few of your faults?
Well, I stepped out as well.
Ooh. Okay.
So.
All righty then. This is getting
I'm gonna
interesting.
look at the camera, Charles.
Look at the camera, Charles.
Look at the camera.
Brother Charlie.
I'm not afraid to say I stepped out as well.
Anything you got to say, my brother?
So, okay. All right. So,
Lot of mercy.
we had a conversation prior to Miss Peters. We had a conversation prior to
tonight
that all questions are allowed. Okay. So, did you step out before she stepped out?
I did.
Okay.
But how would you know that, though? To
your
defense.
I didn't know. Maybe she did. I didn't know if she did or not. At one point I probably didn't care. Okay. And may have seen some of the signs during that time.
So let's marinate on this. Yes. Let's not rush this. Okay, we got some time.
We'll slow it
and
down.
I know the people want to know. Let's slow down. Okay.
It's gonna be a fight up in here.
No,
that's all right.
We get into the root, right, Miss Peters? We get into the root. Okay.
That's
right.
So okay.
Say we got this.
Ooh, okay.
You were ready last night. Let's go.
And if y'all want to ask some questions,
that's why I'm
put some
sitting
questions
next
in
to
the
you.
chat. I'm actually going into the Zoom looking for some questions. So if you got some questions, audience, go feel free. So my question to you is that I know earlier in the conversation, you know, you were saying that you kind of were seeing the signs. You know, the signs were there of the packed bag and the text messages and the body language is different and all these different things. And you also said that what triggered you to, you know, want to take your life was that, you know, you felt like you gave it your all. So we know that stepping out is not necessarily giving it your all. But I want to go ahead and ask, what caused you to step out during that time? And what was your mindset? Because you also just said that you didn't necessarily care. She found out.
Begging for love.
Okay.
Constantly, not just because you're going through a problem, but constantly begging.
Okay, Charles, let me ask you a question.
Wait,
when you
let
say begging for love, because me, I'm Haitian. When we say begging for love, we mean we begging for something specific. Now, my brother,
you want me to break it down?
Break it down for me, okay? But now, were you begging for the pum pum, or are you talking about something else?
Both love and there was no sex going on.
There was no sex going on.
Okay, so you're begging for the pum pum.
How long was there no sex going on, and why do you think there was no sex?
We're talking about months.
Months, like 1 month.
But there's
2
a
months?
reason for that, though. What is the reason for that? No sex.
Yeah.
Months.
I'm still not clear on the reason why. You know,
so you guys haven't actually had conversations at all to figure out what went off or what.
You didn't even try to find out.
Was
I mean, I tried to find out. You know,
how did you try to
just
find out?
asking? You know, why you not touching me?
Okay, and what did she say?
Nothing. Just look at you.
And why you didn't touch her?
Move your hand out the way.
She got a headache.
But there's a reason for that.
She-
Do you think
she-
that
she-
she found
she-
out that you were
Let
cheating?
me go up in
Mr.
the
Charles.
in the Facebook
So when
chat.
you're trying to touch her,
Let me
right?
go up on Facebook.
She's telling you that
Facebook,
she got
where y'all at?
a headache.
I'm tired.
She's tired. Her back is hurting.
Of course.
Yeah, all the 365
Absolutely.
excuses, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, Miss Peters.
Yes, sir.
As far as I'm concerned, I've been trying to defend this brother right here before this woman get on him.
You gotta get a lawyer, he says.
I'm telling you, okay, so I'm your lawyer tonight, and I'm going to tell you, based on what I know, based on the data, it is right now, as we speak, there is a lot of sexless marriages.
Absolutely.
Right, there is.
And this is something
Which
very
makes no sense,
important
ladies.
that
Women.
women are empowered and emboldened with educations and jobs and a lot of things. Now, women are doing a lot more than they used to do.
Trying to better
which
themselves.
is, we do understand and respect that and love that. But as far as when it comes to a black man going on 2-3 months without that stuff, it is a problem. So that's the problem that Miss Peters is talking about. We need to find out the root cause of what causing you not getting that thing.
Yeah.
So
because there was something that you mentioned, just on a serious note, right? That you mentioned earlier that there were some things that you could have did differently. So where and what was it exactly that you felt that you could have did differently, or what did you cause to maybe have that reaction from your wife? Because we don't just withhold from sex if we got married. So
Yes,
so
y'all
let's
do.
go back.
Yes, y'all
always
do.
for a reason.
There has to be a reason.
has to be-
That's where you guys
I don't
go
need
wrong.
no reason.
No,
Because now this is
no.
my thing. I ain't giving it tonight.
No,
Don't touch me.
No,
Don't want
there's
to talk
a
about.
reason.
Okay.
There's a reason.
problem
You see,
with
the
you
man,
men-
Listen,
the
I
problem
just
with you
had a
men,
birthday.
see, the men are not coming
problem
on
with
and
you
talk
men-
about
the
it.
No,
listen,
See,
listen.
you guys are
Listen.
holding
Like
on
they
that
say,
stuff,
we are
and that's what
That's
this
not
cause.
true.
we
That's
cause
not,
you-
and that's
what
not
they say.
every
We're
woman.
emotional.
Men
and
are
you
not
guys
emotional?
physical. We are emotional. You are physical. The
I'm
problem
gonna
is
say we are physical.
The problem
well, we
is
know you are
emotional.
You see,
We
this
know
is the
you-
thing.
I know how to
I'm gonna
express
tell
my
y'all, okay, Charles, I'm with you on that, man. If they're withholding what God
There's
has
a
intended
reason.
for
The
them to give
problem
to you, my
is-
brother,
All right.
you know,
we gonna need Brother
there was
Charlie
a-
to the night to calm it down, because at the end of the day, it's not every woman that withholds sex. Some women are a little bit more friskier than their man. Okay, so let's keep that there. So, but pause because this ain't about you. This is about Charles. Okay, so we gonna find out. So Charles,
I'm defending Charles.
What was it in the communication or in the marriage that you know that you didn't do that you should have been doing?
Got me fired up, Miss Peters.
About that.
Let's start off
Calm
like
it down.
this.
You got some water? Get you some water.
Let me start off like this. It's women these days.
For me.
Yes, we go.
Women these days. It's hard for them to accept a strong black man or a strong man, period.
Okay.
So when you talk about women doing this, they work and they cook and this, no. My mom taught me how to cook. I know how to use an ironing board.
I love a man that can cook. I love a man that can iron.
I'm very clean.
I can do all that.
I'm very clean.
Okay.
I know how to raise kids.
I love cleanliness.
I know how to make
close
my
to
own doctor's
godliness.
appointments. So when you come home, there's nothing for you to do.
Okay. And you think she was mad at that?
No, I just think that you got used to it.
Okay.
And being that I was probably only number 2 in her life, it was time to venture out.
You was number 2 as far as what? The second guy she's ever been with?
The second guy, right. Because when I met her, she had a child. And then I came right after that.
She told you that the father of her child was her first?
That's what she said. Okay. Do I believe that now?
It's
no,
always,
a grown man.
it's always the first.
Right. But, you know, that was part of the problem. And I was a little older. Me being older and
don't say older, before, Charles. I don't agree with the older because 7 years is not older.
But when you're 25 and she's 19 or 26 when she's 19, it's a difference.
But however, Miss Peters can attest to that. A 19-year-old, when it comes to female versus male, has a lot more maturity than a 25-year-old man.
Not this man.
No, I mean, I understand you were the only child, right?
Ms. Peters has something.
You were the only child, so therefore there was a lot of stuff you had to grow up because there was some lacking from your mother. You had to compensate to your father. So there was some imbalance into your community. So when we call the nucleus of the family, we're talking about father, son, and the mother, right? So now there was a disconnect on the triangle. So we're not gonna go into that. However, I don't want you to talk about a 19-year-old. She's not mature. A 19-year-old is very mature when it comes to,
like he's saying, a 19-year-old female.
Right.
Because female tend to mature faster than men. Correct. So what he's saying is basically, and we're agreeing on this one, that there's a 7-year. It's kind of like a 7-year difference, right, Ms. Peters, as far as women, leveling up. So that's why he's saying there's no sense of really saying that because you kind of was on the same mindset. But my thing is that you were doing all these great things, which, Martine, if a man is cleaning, if a man is cooking and doing all these things, are you thinking you're going to step out on him?
No, I'm not going to step out on him if he's doing that. But see, that's where a lot of men fail to understand and to realize. Why would I withhold sex from you if everything is going okay?
Right.
That's usually the
What
issue.
you're not telling us, Charles.
What you're not telling us is that situation that you had with her the day before, the argument or the whatever that caused it, or you're not telling us that maybe she found out that you were stepping out, maybe she found out that there's another woman. There's something that actually caused that. Yeah. Okay, to go that far. So I'm not gonna, if I have a good man that's doing this, that, and that's taking care of me, that's actually financing everything for me.
I'm
that's
just gonna casually go cheat today.
And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna go cheat, or I'm gonna go in bed. I don't feel like it. No, they're definitely for women. The majority of, I would say 90. I'll take it to 99%. There's always a reason behind that. Always. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Miss Peters, take it over.
Yeah.
So. I'm gonna go back to the attachment because I think it's important that Charles. Did I say your name is Charlie?
Charles.
Yes.
Charles. Yeah, that Charles. I think it's important that you look internally. The cheating is kind of a symptom. But I heard some of the things that you've said, and I think it's important that you're in a new marriage. It's important that you look within yourself and help. Grow in certain areas. And it sounds like would you say that you have, when you have a disagreement, do you get really emotional because the other person has their opinion different from yours?
I find myself at times, yes. That would be true.
Miss Peters,
Right.
I have a question. Do you
Yes.
think that sometimes, you know, the disagreement may be because there's a lack of understanding as well too? That sometimes
Absolutely.
you're probably just so much in an emotional state that you're really not
Yes.
even discussing the issue at hand, and maybe there was a disconnect there.
Yes, ma'am. That's my point is that we are our brain and we can rewire it. But if we grew up with maybe a maladaptive neural network, our reaction should turn into a thought out response. The problem is when you're getting emotional like that because of that's your pattern, then your executive functioning uh, minimizes. It takes a back seat. Okay, because you feel you interpret that conflict as a perceived threat rather than a problem that needs to be solved logically. And I'll give an example. If you're in a burning building, are you gonna what are you gonna do?
You're gonna try to
You're gonna
find an
run. Are you
exit.
gonna
And
think,
there's exit.
try to find an exit? Are you gonna think about running?
Oh no.
It's automatic.
No,
Already running.
you're not because you are biologically engineered not to think when it's a survival situation. And it's the same simulation in your neural network, in your brain, that says, you are threatening me. I feel threatened. I don't like what you're saying. Or it could be a perceived threat that's not real. And that links to childhood insecurities. And then you act and respond and behave as if it's a threat as opposed to a conversation.
So do you think that you guys had conversations, or it was more so I asked you a question, you ignored it, and that was it for the night?
Now?
No, I'm
Oh,
saying
previously?
you previously.
I mean,
within that marriage.
I think I was pretty tough at the same time. I think I wanted a lot of things to go my way because I was a little older. So I
Right.
thought I knew a little more. So I'm quite sure some of the way, even though I had good intentions, but probably my delivery was
Right.
pretty hard.
Pretty hard.
So I'm quite
So
sure
you didn't
that
really
turned
have
that way.
conversations.
I mean, we had conversations, but most of the time I probably didn't want to listen. It's my way. Hear me out.
So
it's
if
good
you
that you know
had
that.
if you had to change it and do it all over again, what
Yeah.
would you change?
Well, I'm doing it over again. I'm married now, so
Correct. That's
I
positive.
I listen.
Amen.
I listen.
You
Right.
listen.
It's
Okay.
both sides. It's together. It's not just my
Right.
way.
You don't lash out.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
So you used to lash out before.
So your
Absolutely.
wife now, you with your wife now, you guys compromise and agree to disagree, and it works well between the
It
two.
works great.
Okay.
We don't go to bed mad. We talk about things. I let her speak. She lets me speak.
Okay.
We compromise. It's just one goal. It's us.
Okay.
It doesn't go too far.
That's good. Are you in therapy at all?
No.
Okay. I think that Miss Peters, what would you say on that? That as far as therapy, do you think therapy is not needed anymore because he's remarried, or you think he should be in some type of therapy?
I think,
For his new marriage.
yes, I think that would be beneficial, Charles, if you seek out therapy, because I think it can help resolve and heal some old childhood wounds, which can lead to some behaviors that would be kind of not in the best interest of interrelatedness with others. So changing negative thoughts to positive thoughts. That is restructuring your thoughts on how you see things. That's called cognitive behavior therapy. That's one of the most effective uh, therapy modalities used in therapy instead of making an assumption and running with it. Okay. Our judgment becomes clouded when we're in constant perceived threat mode or on a defense a lot. So I think therapy will help you understand yourself, increase your awareness, and help you to grow in those areas. And I think everyone should
So,
be
Ms.
part of
Peters,
therapy.
I know that you're going to have to go because you have another therapy session actually that's going to start soon. So,
Yes.
can you give us real quick your number and your information on it, where we
Yes.
can find you?
So my
Because
number
I know you have
is
your own personal practice as well. So, tell us
yes.
about that a little bit.
So the name of the practice is Be Fantastic, and yeah, that that's a whole nother story. And
Oh, another one. Woo! I know.
and my number is 404-630-5859. Again, that number is 404-630-5859. I do have an email, Be Fantastic Now at gmail.com. Be
And
fantastic now.
And you take all of the insurances.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
So I don't know every insurance out there, but I take mostly all, including Medicaid, Medicare, and what Cigna, Blue Cross, UAC, Veteran, Optum, what am I, Kaiser. So yes.
Okay. One last inspirational statement that you would like to tell the audience, Miss Peters.
Oh,
Before you leave.
I do have a favorite quote.
Okay.
Life is like an EKG machine. As long as you have ups and downs, you are still living.
Amen. All right.
I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
You still live.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank
I
you.
want to say it
thank
was
you.
nice meeting you, Charles.
It was
Thank
a
you, and I'm
pleasure.
wishing you the best.
Thank you, Miss
Yes.
for your time.
All
Yes,
right,
thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye-bye.
pour audience qui pa parler anglais, yo, m'a prendre laisser faire un petit recap tout petit. C'est-à-dire que nous connaissons Charles s'est marié, Charles te gagné madame ni te gagné 19 ans, lui-même il te gagné 25 ans. So, ça veut dire que pour tout monsieur haïtien yo, toute belle papi yo qui aime ti mesdames jeunes yo, faites attention parce que mesdames yo gon lè pour arriver, bagay la va changer.
Martine.
So, ça va arriver sous Charles là, qu'on y a là, dame nan vin changer la vie, dame nan vin wè bagay yo on l'autre gens. Mais Charles lui-même lui dit étant qu'un garçon, il remet madame ni, il fait manger, il nettoyer, il fait tout un série de bagages que normalement garçon pas fait. Ça veut dire que lui-même il t'a essayé fait toute bagaille possible pour qu'il mariage parce que il y a un petit monde dans mariage. Qu'on dans mariage là.
Mes amis, wait. Avant de continuer, c'est ça vous t'attendez? Et pas ça m'attendez même.
Qu'est-ce que t'attendez?
M'attendez dans mariage là, il fait bon bagay dans mariage là, bah même temps tout c'est lui même qui sorti dehors dans mariage là. Où est que Jean li kembe?
N'a vinn sous
Non,
ça.
mais pas n'a vinn sous ça parce qu'on dit madame n'a changé. Madame n'a pas changé. Monsieur a dit li pas compte qui Jean pour communiquer. Là la parler, li dit même temps tout quelques fois c'est Jean parler, li gele parler mal, li relé sous madame non, li pas compte qui Jean pour communiquer, li pas compte qui Jean pour faire conversation. So c'est dans laissa, c'est laissa ba yo vinn craser. Et quand y a la mode pour faire ti l'amour, ti bagay avec madame ni,
pour li bay bagay là.
Madame n'a vinn attitude. Ou pas dire madame n'a changé because il vinn plus grand.
Non, attendez. Pas faire bagay là.
Charles, let me tell you, he's trying to say that your wife changed. Your wife changed as she was growing up, and that you didn't do anything wrong. That you was.
That is not what I said. Mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs, bonsoir encore. This is votre frère, brother Charlie. M'pa jamais dit bagay comme ça.
Influenced by how you spoke to her as well.
Attendez, monsieur, attendez.
Still had a great man.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Wait, avant continuer.
A great man is not a great man until a woman wanna stay with you. Ça veut dire que quelqu'un soit ça ou fait. Quelqu'un soit ça ou pas fait, si fi a vle rete avant, la brite avant. S'il pas vle rete, pas rien pour faire le rete. Ça veut dire que attendez, monsieur, m'a dit nous ça, bel papi yo. I am the president of the Bel Papi International. M'a dit nous ça.
Okay.
Nous même qui chita n'a pas acheté l'amour dans mes femmes, ça va marcher. Nous même qui chita qu'a fait une série de sacrifices, ça va marcher. Quel qu'en soit sacrifice ou fait. Quel qu'en soit ça ou te fait en plus là, ou lave assiette, ou fait l'enduit, ou fait manger, ou dit que ou font bagay en plus que l'autre garçon pas fait, ça pas qu'un femme non. Femme en général, qui est haïtienne, nous connaissons femme haïtienne nous loyale, c'est vrai. Quitte l'été américaine, quitte l'été pagnol. Femme en général, depuis femme n'a besoin Kimbel, l'a fait tout ça capable pour Kimbel. Quelqu'un soit sorti faire pas Kimbel, OK? So en partant tout, faut nous comprendre. Fille, yo remen ça relé, fait vengeance yo. Ça veut dire que soit elle sorti ou elle tété un bagage dehors, yo même tout y a tété un bagage. Et les femmes n'a pour venger avant brother. Dans situation Charles là, Mamzelle a l'île pour un coworker, men, la pese, men. Ba la du, men.
Oh, nou pat men model sa, non? Li pat men confirm.
Tande, fat nou,
Nou pat model sa.
Charles.
So, Charles, who was it that your wife had stepped out on? Like, I mean, stepped out with?
One of her coworkers.
One of her coworkers at work.
Did you know him?
I didn't.
You didn't know him?
I work with him now.
You work with him now? Y'all work at the same... What do you do? What kind of work do you do?
I work at the post office.
You work at the post office. She was working at the post office.
She's still working at the post
She's
office.
still working at the...
Somewhere
Y'all
else,
work
though.
together?
Not anymore. She works somewhere else.
She works somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the guy that she was sleeping with...
Her lover.
Her lover.
Yeah.
For how long?
I guess about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Now, are they still together?
No, they're not together.
They're not together. But you
So he
currently
come
work
into
with
the
him.
marriage, take the pum pum, and then kick her to the curb.
Well, they kicked me. She kicked me to the curb.
No, brother. Don't. He didn't kick you to the curb. Listen now.
He didn't kick me to the curb.
No. Nobody kick you to the curb. Listen, man. Let me tell you. In life, there is ups and downs. You see what the therapist say?
Yeah.
Life is an EKG, baby. Listen, as soon as you got that beating heart, you can move on and do better. Now, let me tell you something.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to say this on a serious note. Me personally, I would suggest that you seek either a therapy or a relationship
Well, he did
checkup.
have therapy before.
No, he didn't.
No,
He had no therapy.
No.
Zero. He spoke to his mama and his cousins and his family.
Nah,
He had no
that
therapy.
doesn't work, my brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen, I got a list for you here, right? It is called a relationship checkup, okay? It's a proven, it's not really a test, it's an assessment that analyze everything for you and break it down for you where there is a problem already in a mariage, in your marriage. For example, we're going to attack the first thing, which is spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important.
Very important.
Whatever your spiritual
belief
is, that needs to be addressed with your spouse. Okay? Communication, dealing with conflict, personality. The most important thing is balance, I and we. Okay? Commitment, expectation. A lot of people are saying, well, I'm married, I love my wife loves me, I don't have no expectation. No, there should be expectation.
Yeah.
We should know exactly where we're going. Are we building a legacy or are we here to have fun? Okay?
Yeah.
Free time, family and friend. Preventing unforeseen things, like going to sleep without talking, going to sleep without, or invite somebody else into your marriage.
Yeah.
Those are like unforeseen things, okay? So we're talking about forgiveness. We're not talking about, I'm sorry. No, we're talking about true forgiveness. And that's only you can attend that only through communication. And then the last one is intimacy and money. Because a lot of people are in a relationship, they don't even know the relationship, don't even know they're in a relationship. So they never talk about none of these important things.
Yeah.
Money. How do we deal with money? How do you take care of your family? How do I take care of my family? I love my mom. I'm supposed to support my mom. All that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Is it within the budget? Once a month, you have a meeting with your new wife. Because otherwise, if you don't do these, then we have something called trigger. As soon as that trigger comes in, it's going to scare you to death, my brother.
Yeah, because you're going to get frustrated along the way. If there's no intention or purpose or guide, and as a husband, for us, especially for Haitian women or Caribbean women, most of us, see the man as the head, right? So if you want, and you see that, you want that type of order in your life, God, you, and then your wife and family, then you have to have an agenda for your life, for your family's life. You have to have goals laid out. So do you know where you guys are going to be within the next 5 years, the next 10 years? With everything that's going on, do you have an emergency source situation? Have you guys had conversations about that? Like he said, that you guys talking about the money and how to spend the money, and definitely how to spend your quality time. Also, even talking about the intimacy, knowing each other's love languages, and understanding, hey, this is how I want to be loved. This is how I want to be, admired. This is what I want to feel that I'm accepted
2-3 times
from
a
you.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Let me,
it has to be known.
And it has to be agreed as well, too.
Yeah, 2-3 times a day. Not 2-3 times a month.
Listen.
Okay, let me. Okay, you done, Shirley? I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that I have a good friend of mine. Her name is Rachel Davis. She is the relationship whisperer. She happens to be Haitian. So if, let's say, therapy, because one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, are you comfortable with therapy? But while you think about that, is that, she talks about as far as the different levels and the different types of men, right? So she has a course, Demystifying Men, right? So it talks about the different stages that a man is in. And sometimes the stage that you're in, the women that you accept or take is not necessarily matching that stage that you're in, and vice versa. So immediately you're unequally yoked, right? So it's not unequally yoked just for a spiritual thing, but it's just on a mindset and a wave level thing. So that's why what he shared as far as seeking therapy is extremely important. So how do you feel about therapy?
Oh, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Miss Peters.
Correct. Let me just
coming up.
I just want we're almost there. But let me just take it back just a little bit, and this is for all men. Okay, I'm speaking especially to the men because the first thing that they want to say is she don't want to have sex with me. She doesn't want me to touch her. She doesn't want this. She doesn't.
Yeah, let's go back.
That's the first thing. Let's take that back. What needs to happen is usually sometimes nous parete pour grand messi and say we don't want to do that. We don't just do that. Try to find out what the issue is. Try to find out what the issue is, the fact that she does not want to do that. Because le plus souvent, sometimes, si son compte qu'on fait avec moun nan, si son problème que ou gen ensemble avec moun nan, you bypass it. Ou bypass problème que ou gen avec moun nan, ou bypass hurt que li gen. Keyword hurt. Ou bypass hurt nan, ou bypass tout problème yo, ou bypass it. Once again, I keep saying bypass, parce que gen de le garçon yo pa vle tande ça. Et puis kounya la, ou fin fait tout bagay sa yo, then you want to go lay down in bed and say, sweetie, booty, doo-doo-doo, boo-boo, doo-doo-doo, let's do this. No, mentally, the women you already blocked. So tout le temps, that solution is not solved. Why would I open myself to you? Because there's a problem that I need to solve. Yeah. There's something that happened.
Okay.
I need you guys to actually hear me. I need you to hear it.
We're not mind reader. We don't need to read your mind. If there is a problem,
you
just go to your husband or boyfriend. Say, okay, you know what? There is a problem. Why I'm not giving you the
You don't want to hear it because all you see is the pum pum.
But listen.
Y'all don't want to hear it.
But that's how we work. God has made man evil.
In Creole, she was saying this in Creole, and just for you, so you can get the translation, because she was speaking Creole, she was going in, right? That basically she was just saying that at the end of the day, if we're not getting to the root, we're emotional creatures. You guys are physical creatures.
Oh, no.
So the conversation is important to us. For you to be able to now allow us to speak our mind. But if you bypass that and you avoid that conversation, then at the end of the day, then we're not going to open up as you want us to open up.
All right.
And you know what? Truth be told, that's some women too.
As you can see, this is such a great conversation.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to a sports segment here real quick, and we'll be right back after these messages.
this was a very much needed conversation because we know that males never necessarily tell this side as far as how, a situation like this may have pushed you to want to now, take your life. But kind of having certain conversations like we just had, we realized that a lot of it, the root of it was from, how you were brought up, not necessarily having that love and affection from your mom. And, my apologies for that. A lot of us, especially within our community, goes through that. But we're about to close out. We thank you so much for coming out. Is there any final words that you want to share? Or you say you like to help people. Is there something that you want to share, that lesson that you learned from your previous relationship that you know for sure you're not going to bring into this next one?
Love yourself.
Okay.
You got to love yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to go to therapy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay,
All
great.
right.
All right. So we are back.
We are back. We're back.
We are doing our
sports segment.
Sports segment right now. So we
What's
got,
going on in the world of sports?
Yeah, we got some people on Zoom. Talk to us. How y'all doing tonight? Introduce yourselves.
Hey, how are you guys? I'm Jiggy Jack. I'm here with Maestro Jacques Amboise. We're from
Hi,
Strings.
Jacques. How are you?
Good. How are you?
He's going to be talking about our next event that's coming up in iLounge right now.
Correct.
Strings.
Yes.
Strings is
Yes,
coming?
Strings is coming December 13th. Hi, Jackie.
Bel Papi gonna be
Hi,
there.
how are you?
Talk to us. What do you have for us?
Well, we got Strings coming, as you said. We're coming to Atlanta. We're going to be at iLounge December 13th. It's going to be a more intimate, special kind of event where it's going to be the maestro himself and myself. And we're going to do something a little special for the people of Atlanta. So I'm hoping that everybody shows out and comes ready to have really an amazing time.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, Jackie, what you been up to? You remember the first time you came to Atlanta?
No, that will be the second time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Do you remember the first time?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Actually, that's the third time.
Third time, yeah.
Okay.
Third time, yeah.
I remember I came with them. The first time was the Jazz Festival, right?
No,
the second time.
That was the second time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did the Atlanta Jazz Festival.
The first time I think was the second. The first time I think was the festival. The second time was Martine, me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're
exactly.
Right.
2018, I think that was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
but it's a place that I really like.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For somebody that appreciate music and that play music, let me tell you, String is the best of the best. And this is one of my playlists that I always play whenever I'm trying to be a DJ.
Man, let me tell you, if you appreciate music and you're a DJ and you like Strings, you're one of us automatically. So just let me know, and we'll make sure you have your ticket at the door for you, boss.
Listen, when I ask my people here, I don't go out very often anymore. As soon as I hear the word Strings, because this is one of the quality music that we're missing for those of us that was born and raised in Haiti, not born and bred in America. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
nous perdi connexion sa yo. So, ça veut dire que moi-même, moi, saluer nous. Et j'aime saluer nous parce que nous-mêmes, nous créons un legacy de musique que nous pas jouer encore. Ça pas veut dire que ça qui là va bon et va samedi parce que moi-même c'est bel papi mieux un petit grand monde moi un petit string.
Any new songs? You have any new songs out? Or any special songs?
Do we have any new songs out? By the way, I'm so sorry. It's a little difficult to hear you. We're at a friend's birthday party, so we made sure we took some time away from that to come on the Melo show, and it's really an honor. We do have new music coming out. We're planning a release actually in December, and then an album in 2025. So we're excited for that. It's gonna be a little bit different than the traditional original strings, because as a band leader, I'm bringing a different touch that's a little bit more modern and contemporary to the band. But I'm confident that both generations and all of strings fans across the globe are gonna be just as in love with the music as before.
But you're gonna find the strings that you don't know, with just adding some new elements, some modern sound in it. But the strings that you know, you're gonna find it there.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to that. Me personally, I guarantee you that I will be in the building. And I will basically come.
Bring the ladies too, not just you, boss. Bring the ladies too.
Oh yes, they're coming. Yes, they're coming to a special place, iLounge. It's very nice and cozy. You're gonna enjoy it, and we want to welcome you back again to Atlanta. It's gonna be fun when it comes to strings.
My first experience with strings, so yes.
It's gonna be your first experience.
I'm the newbie, you know.
Well, that's even better, because one never forgets their first experience seeing strings live.
Okay. I'm waiting, man.
Everyone that's interested in getting a ticket, you can reach out to iLounge, okay, or Jose for the for the phone number. iLounge's phone number, okay, it's 470-399-1223. Everyone knows iLounge, okay? This is going to be December 13th, okay? Any tickets, you reach out to iLounge. Once again, the phone number is 470-399-1223. Okay?
Right, awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Have fun.
Thank you for having us on the Melo show.
We'll see you soon.
We're happy to come to Atlanta. And I've done Toot Moon. Oh, by the way, don't hesitate and follow us on social media. You know, I got to give that quick shout out. Strings Music Official on Instagram, Strings Music on Facebook. And thank you to Kula Kuon and Jean-Gilles Capital for always supporting Strings. We love you guys.
Good job.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you in December.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Atlanta, m'espère nous en forme bon. Comme nous connaissons, nous gagnons pour nous débarquer dans la zone très bientôt. Osval Ben, 5 ans, Andy Beats a bon nous rendez-vous le 30 novembre là. Essence, vin passer un bon petit moment avec nous. Nous gagnons ouais line up là déjà. Paraître en masse, paraître en foule, nous allons passer un bon petit moment ensemble. Let's go.
Voilà, vous c'est un plaisir et nous saluons très fort et nous saluons tout auditeur qui branché partout. Sur réseau ça comme d'habitude même qui c'est Melo show, que je pense que c'est un bel show qui passe chaque lundi. C'est Atlanta, Georgia. Alors pour les gens qui branché, que nous connaissons le monde connecté, puisque via les réseaux sociaux, à ce moment-là, que je pense que côté information à véhiculer, tout le monde attendait, il a connaît, il a compris. Alors encore une fois, on a profité de saluer tous les auditeurs, auditrices qui branchent partout. Et spécialement l'équipe qui a mené show ça, étant comme Lucita, Penkita, on prend nous Pipa. On prend c'est une équipe solide que je pense qu'à gérer, sans oublier tout l'autre invité toujours venir avec rubrique par eux, même si c'est pour le sport, même si c'est pour la politique, je pense qu'ils sont une équipe solide que je pense qu'à gérer. Encore une fois, non pas M. Robert Boulet, pas bien que nous-mêmes nous basons ici en Floride, à Miami, nous là pour nous porter toutes les dernières informations. En ce qui concerne l'affaire du compas direct. Eh bien, mon cher Boubou, le week-end, ça, qui j'en ai dit qu'il était hier, faut me dire que dans la zone club à Virus, dans la zone West Palm Beach. En fait, qui pas un gros fait quand même. Parce que pas bien, quelques jours, Anglais va jouer, quand même, malgré son bel album. Même, mais surtout, moment, ça, tout prend un moment, tout vraiment, côté que nous, a dit que, et pral gen trop bagay. Sauf que nous connaît week-end k'ap rentre là, la bon bel week-end depuis le mercredi, y a un paquet de jazz k'ap pris pour parti. Et majorité de jazz yo connaît qui a marché yo supposé New York, yo supposé Boston, yo supposé jouer ici tout. On prend et puis go actualité on parler de lui rapide, juste avant que comme si pour nous bailler ça capable gagner en 10 semaines ça que c'est week-end Thanksgiving là. C'était la grande sortie de classe, surtout après sorti album ça que connaît qui c'est Painkiller, doit pour venir. Qui sont produits en plus monde t'attend après 5 ans que monsieur finalement décidé monsieur mettez produit ça dehors en parlant de Maestro Richie que monsieur connaît que il est prêt. Jacques toujours dit depuis nèg la pas prêt, il pas plaguer. Et ça fait que des fois soit prend pression fanatique, prend pression média ou ka mal parti. Et on comprend nèg yo senti que paré après 5 ans vraiment yo te lagué quelques graines musique bien que grand pile monde dépenser comme si il a pas fait plus succès. Même Maïs soit conscient comme si musique yo ton dit manqué force. Et par rapport à Haïti que connaît jazz pas jamais capable performer. Passé 5 ans qu'on connaît jazz pas jamais à Haïti et Maïs soit reconnaître clair que même dans l'interview il dit ça, il connaît vraiment Haïti c'est un côté. C'est là pour plus force pour qu'à tout passer. Monsieur fait connaît pas musique pas de belle c'est vrai, on connaît musique de belle c'est vrai mais comme nous ça côté pour prendre vraiment bénédiction bobo logo musique sorti ou logo album sorti c'est Haïti. C'est Haïti men, pas de doute. Il n'y a pas de doute là ça. Et tout le monde comme ça. Et ça c'est pas pour ça raison fait que on paquet jazz malgré gens que situation pays a yo toujours à Haïti. Parce que connaît Haïti depuis musique sorti ou à Haïti ou passé et puis men c'est là que pour prendre signal là. C'est là pour prendre force là après ça pour lancer. En fait, c'était ça, album sorti, grande première fête New York City dans le club Amazura. Et un bel espace qui a bien pile monde que tout le monde connaît, que c'est sûr certain que me passe ou même passer dans Amazura déjà. C'est un très bel espace qui a bien pile monde. Et nous classe. Fait un très bon passé week-end ça au niveau de Amazura, en pile monde de sorti. Ça pour vraiment son jazz chargé fanatique classe pas négocié. Il y a des gens qui sont en Floride, il y a des gens qui sont New York qui déjà tapent jazz. Il y a des gens qui sont Orlando, il y a des gens qui sont Boston, il y a des gens qui sont DC, il y a des gens qui sont New Jersey, malgré que on jazz pour faire zone ça yo. Yo te vle comme si sorti en masse puis al prêter à supporter jazz ça côté que il a fait grande sortie avec nouveau produit ça qui c'est Painkiller et doit pour venir. On prend c'est en deux dans le club Amazon. Nous bat bravo monsieur yo et monsieur yo ko dans l'équipe yo. Déjà son très bon signal que me penser qui a fait classe là on dit que rivé sous peuple là on dit comme ça. Il y a un peu de critique de yo a cap fait, un peu de monde qui dit que yo pas ko hit, il y a pas un peu qui était commencé fait sur plusieurs réseaux. Même pense quand même fon ba album là temps, pas bien que album là sorti le 13 quelques jours. Il pas même gain de semaine. Il y a album qui a en 2-3 jours qui a éclaté. Il y a album tout qui prend 22 jours, qui prend 15 jours tout. Ça parle de pan. Il y a des gens qui disent que yo pas ouais m'a marié dans l'album là, yo pas ouais tout you don't want me là-dedans mais c'est pas même album. Il va sortir dans même époque tout. En bas titan. Moi même je peux pas dire que l'album pas bon. Mais j'ai comme toujours dit très souvent musique que même musique qu'on choisit qui pense que pour le faire hit pour le soutien. Pour le faire éclat, c'est pas jamais même les hommes qui choisir. Et gain DDN qui sont très belles musiques qui me passent un bel piqué devant qui capacé. Moi même son musique que me passe qui a potentiel qui capacé. Gain une musique qui peut chanter, son musique love qui chante qui dit que c'est pour monde m'a demandé. Et me pense son musique même bien guitare, même musique sans pile. Son belle musique que me pense qu'il peut vraiment déposer un vocal très sérieux la musique ça comme d'habitude. Et son musique que me pense tout qui a un potentiel qui peut passer comme un hit tout. En bas titan quand même. Mais déjà que me pense fanatique classique pour l'album là des bras. En bas titan que me pense c'est le temps, c'est ce jour cap vigno pour le faire vraiment déterminer qui ça va passer dans l'album ça. Nous connaissons fanatique qui parle mon n'importe genre n'importe social pour critiquer pour dire n'importe bagaille. Mais en bas titan. Et pour moi même personnellement, je pense que c'est un très bel album. En bas titan et puis devant la console va dire. Vous comprenez? C'est ça que nous a dit des classes en général. Mais normalement, et classe a gon l'autre belle fête encore qui annoncé là, c'est pas dans Miami Beach, c'est pas le mercredi qui vient la veille Thanksgiving là. En pile monde déjà focus à fête ça tout. Sauf que c'est de droit pour venir, cette fois-ci moi classe parle pour contre lui mais grande sortie ça qui fait sur New York là, c'était avec Michel Guillaume qui était vraiment chanté en musique avec Pipo, qui est son musique qui chantait dans l'album là, Pipo ensemble avec Michel. Musique ça t'es joué live tout dans le club Amazoua. En parlant de samedi qui se passe là tout, son musique que je pense qui vraiment et je pense qui baille un signal quand même cap venir tout. On baille petit temps que me se dire pour nous connaître ça va bailler puis devant. En fait, c'est ça que nous a dit de classe là. Et pour nous ajouter l'autre programmation cap gen le week-end là, nous connaissons comme si week-end ça c'est Thanksgiving, nous fait que ce deal gagner New Look cap pour jouer le 28 dans le club Révolution. Et puis gagner New Look cap pour monter Boston dans le week-end ça, cap pour passer New Jersey tout ça. Gen classe tout cap pour faire la mercredi.
Right. So we just had the artists from Strings, and as you can see, our guests who went over the HMI segment. And HMI is Haitian Media Industry, I believe. So Haitian music
industry.
Yes, Haitian music. So basically talking about all the things that are going on in the community. And speaking of which, we just had an amazing turkey drive this past weekend with BOA Businesses of Atlanta, which was about, I want to say, 30 plus businesses that have came together, and we were able to feed over 200 families. Some of the, about 160, I want to say 200 turkeys was given out, and we also were able to give out some gift cards. And our turkey drive was from 3 to 7, Martine, but we were out by 5 o'clock, okay? People were lined up early, and it was a joy to see. It was the first one, the inaugural, annual or inaugural turkey drive amongst the BOA, and it was a beautiful thing to see the community come together. I believe there was other people, Queens Bees, group had did some stuff. Some other people around this town that had given out turkeys for the holidays.
Women of Hope.
International Women of Hope. So we were hitting Atlanta from all different sides. So we're truly excited about that. Another thing is that we have a couple of other events to continue with this HMI segment real quick before we wrap up for the night, is that we have our event that's happening for Dr. O, is Connection Church, which is on December 22nd. You want to reach out to him, and he can give you all the information. As you can see, the flyer should be on the screen for you to get that information. Definitely reach out to the members of Connection Church. Dr. O, he's having his event. Then we also have an event at the end of the month. What event is that? At the end of the month?
We have. Did you talk about? Did we mention Oswell?
Go ahead.
That's gonna be November. Okay, yes, exactly. That's gonna be Saturday, November 30th. That's actually this weekend. And as everyone knows, Call Santi Bon. Santi Bon is always great events. That's going to be November 30th. Okay, Oswell and Saint-Clan. Okay, and then next we have, and anyone that needs the tickets. Okay, we have tickets at Olay, Caribbean Market, La Citadelle, Ari Maurice, and then GE Foods, okay, for anyone that needs tickets, okay?
Yes.
So now the next one would be Yayat Giving, okay?
That's also this week.
Yes, that's also November 28th, okay? That's actually
for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day, Yayat Giving, that's Guest with Tantan, okay? And that's going to be at Encore. All right. So anyone that needs tickets for that, okay, reach out to Dr. Sound.
Yes.
And we also have Woodsy Woodboy. Oh, wow. With Gabelle. That's the end of December. That's the end of December. Okay. That's going to be Woodsy once again, Woodboy and Gabelle.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And we need to. Now, Rendezvous L'amour, very important. That's speaking of, okay, we're going to add on to that. Okay. We just had a show in reference to relationships. So now we can add on, and it's going to be in February 14th, 15th, and 16th. Okay, and it's called Rendezvous L'amour. Those are going to be like workshops, okay, pertaining to couples enrichment weekend, okay, which is Rendezvous L'amour. All right. Once again, that's February 14th, 15th, and 16th. And okay, we're going to let Shirley. That's your event.
Haiti Cultural Day, Super Jumeau Competition, January 25th. So we already have a couple of contestants that have showed their interest. Emails will be sent out first thing in the morning. So we are only accepting the first 5 to 6 contestants. So definitely, as we send out the emails, we'll announce within mid-December as far as who the contestants are. So definitely, you want to come to that. Mima was here; she's going to perform. Also, we have Hannah from the Haitian Nurses Association. American Nurses Association that's having their gala. So definitely, I believe you can
That's
still
December
get
14th.
Yeah, December 14th. You can still get tickets for that. So definitely, you want to support Hannah at their event as well too. And then I believe there's Pillow Talk that is also going to be December
5th? Is that the 5th or the 7th? The 5th.
The
7th.
7th, December 7th. Okay, yeah. So we got a lot of sevens, 7 year difference.
And that's actually going to be at the state capitol of Georgia. That should be very interesting.
Oh yeah, the White House.
The White House.
The White House.
The White House of Georgia.
Yes.
Guy Blanc. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to run through this real quick, okay? Then this is our show is actually sponsored by these great sponsors, okay? Darlene Joseph, Inspirational Homes. We have EJEF, which is Mano Mano Mano, okay? That's EJEF. I Lounge, Jose. And yours truly, the best of the best, iSpace, number 2, Lucita, accounting firm. Yes. That's where we're at. Prestigious Luxury Transportation. We have Jean L. Consultant Group. That's Sandra, our lawyer, our famous lawyer of Atlanta.
The connector.
Yes, and we have our Dr. Sound, our Atlanta DJ, okay, Dr. Sound. And we have T5 Transit. And, of course, Martine Claude, which see Martine Events. That's me.
That's her.
All right.
Okay, Mr.
All right, well, no.
Charlie to the night. Brother Charlie to the night.
All right, Brother Charlie to the night is going to be closing for the night.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to,
It was a fun night, though.
It
was a fun night. What
educational.
There's some things we should have still continued on, but we didn't have time. So,
No, you can always bring back this subject because this is a subject that needs to be talked about. Because this is really super tabou in the Haitian community. Parce que garçon yo même yo pas même parler de défait yo. Et moi bien content que monsieur lui-même lui dit que il y a une série de erreurs qu'il fait.
Oui.
So dans erreur qu'il fait là, si nous même nous capable comprendre des gens la parler, c'est dire que le fait que le penser que le plus grand que dame nan, li conseil de bagaille, conseil de comment on a dit ça? Il t'avait posé une série de bagages, une série de façons que les voulait pour femme dans taille. So, ça veut dire que c'est.
Très jeune.
Bon, yo tous les deux étaient jeunes. Parce que 25 ans, jeune garçon.
She's just getting out of high school.
Yeah, but there's a level of maturity, like we said, that it still matches, the age. Monsieur te expliqué, Jean te kon parler avec madame nan, li pas supposé parler comme ça, li pas supposé agir comme ça, li très sensible. He's very sensitive. So at the same time, gele bagay, li pa kon ki jan pou l communiquer, la brele, and then, ou pa vle tande madame non.
Bon, ça qui vient passer dans relation, nan pile moun ki toujou ap di, size don't matter. I mean, l'âge don't matter.
Oh, bon Dieu.
Everything matter in a relationship. Okay?
Yes.
So everything matters. Ça veut dire que l'âge là qui c'est pas vraiment l'âge là non mais tout petit aspect dans relation est important.
Yes.
And I would like to also say the moral of the story is, like I said, when te dit merci de fait que t'es venu pour te, pour te bonne histoire là.
Yeah.
And then pour parler de ça, the moral of the story really is the fact that we are aware about it. You know what I mean? We are aware, and to kind of like keep track sometimes of check our emotions, a little bit. Check your emotions.
Well, it's good to hear a male, but at the same time, we know, ladies, that this is a ladies' situation. Men tend to step out on women all the time, and now to actually hear about a man. But we thought that c'est madame qui te sorti and he was all good, but he actually made it known that c'est lui-même qui te sorti avant, But going back, I n'oublié dit, I swear, we, shout out to Bishop T.D. Jakes. Bishop T.D. Jakes had a little situation on Sunday that, I think he had a stroke right after he prayed. But he's better now. Yeah. And what was amazing, I have it in my story.
Coming to get him?
No, not yet. Praise God. But the thing is, I put something in my story of his wife praying for him while he was preaching. And he felt her praying, and it was a powerful situation. So if you go and you look for it, she was praying and knew that something was going to happen. So it's interesting when we all going through stuff. You know, it's interesting times right now.
And that's what I was going to say too. Mental illness is very serious.
Yeah.
It's a very serious issue that we all need to kind of like be aware of.
Yeah.
And onto his and to Charles' situation, the fact that he had a lot of people near him, where the premier moun li dit te rele se maman, li rele sœur, the fact that he had all of these people near him to be able to talk him out of it, I feel that that's important too.
Yeah.
So
you have to have that
make
community.
sure that si un moun ka pense a
And
something
that's
like
a recommendation for people that's trying to go into relationship.
Yeah.
You have to have a support system.
That's where I'm going.
See, a lot of people, when they get married, they cut everybody off. They don't want to talk to nobody.
That's what I was
And then
saying.
10 years later, we find out the man used to beat you up. He used to do this, that, and the other. Now you're crying roof. And people could have helped you.
Yeah.
But the one thing we need to understand also, despite li ale nan tout problem sa, li pa jam ale nan therapy. C'est un stigma qui gagne nan communauté nou an, que nous pas aimer thérapie, nous pensons que surtout garçon, que étant qu'un garçon nous pas capable parler avec un monde, ça fait nous venir sentir nous bas.
I'm not crazy. I don't need therapy.
Yeah,
Well,
and it has
not
nothing
right
to
now.
do with that.
Being
At the end of the
crazy.
day, it's just being able to get down to, because therapy is really getting down to the root.
Speaking,
It's
to
helping
venting.
you to be able to see how the things develop, so therefore you don't backtrack. Because sa monsieur te pale, c'est that kounya li remarié, li pa la remen pou gen même situation, trigger qui happen in his new relationship. So how do you get that? Through therapy.
Therapy
You know what I
actually
mean?
be able
En
to
ben,
tell
tout cas,
you,
si nous besoin thérapie, relais brother Charlie 678 640 5874.
blah, blah.
I have a, non, sérieusement, moi j'ai un test que m'gen ka bay yon couple
Okay.
qui a déterminé côté problème nan yé.
Well, that's going to be
So
rendezvous
then
l'amour. You
buy
come to
numéro
rendezvous
encore.
l'amour.
Buy numéro encore.
678 640 5874.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Eh ben, nous
And reach
remercions
out
nous
to
tout le monde,
Brother
Martine,
Charlie
nous
tonight.
remercions vous.
Yeah.
Et puis, Xavier, Shirley, we remercie vous.
And I just want to
Au revoir.
thank the host, c'est
know how to be serious.
Fabrice qui bat là, but qui j'en aurait les Fabrice encore, nous aurait les Bouboul, Punkinta, avec
Wupipa.
qui bat là, so you même qui main host here. So we thank you for allowing us to sit in for you tonight. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Monsieur
everybody.
Bel Papillon,
See you
qui
next
témoigne en
time.
repos.
Côté nous, toute femme, tout garçon, boy, ici, tcho, côté nous. Anessa, business pilot talk la tourne. Les pi gros, pi belle, pi grand. Est-ce que m'te connais Atlanta que Maison Blanche parle? Eh ben, chita la tande ça. Anessa, business pilot talk la ap fait nan Maison Blanche qui Atlanta. Nan jou kap samedi 7 décembre, depuis 6 an souhait pour arriver dans 10 an souhait. Pas oublier mettez pyjama sous nous, robe de nuit sous nous pour n'al débarquer dans Maison Blanche Atlanta.
Et nous-mêmes, messieurs, nous invitons Anessa à tout. Suspendre, rete, garder sous côté. Rempli pyjama nous. Et puis, aller dans Atlanta, White House là, tête droite. Côté toutes mesdames yo attendent nous. Pour plus de détails, clique sur le link en bas qui dans vidéo ça ou bien contacter coach Betty. Pas rater événement ça.
Moi, c'est Darlene Joseph. Moi, suis un realtor, real estate broker avec Inspirational Homes dans Georgia. Moi, j'ai un pile année depuis que j'ai aidé les gens à acheter, vendre et investir dans le Yorelem Realtor Communauté. Si ou Florida ou pensez pour venir Georgia, il y a pile option pour vous. Tant qu'une option dans la communauté ça que nous prenons. Nous connaissons que Georgia a un gros caille. Si vous pensez pour un gros caille par là, contactez Darlene Joseph avec Inspirational Home à 678 613 75 76. Encore, c'est dans 678 613 75 76. Ou capable de joindre moi sur tous les réseaux sociaux, sur Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, moi là comme Sold by Darlene. Contactez-moi et m'appelez joindre Kai Paola.
Pour qui ça va faire coller comme ça?
Ma commère, moi fatigué, moi envie dormir, mais dormir pas qu'à prendre.
C'est pas coller pour faire. C'est un jican campé raide qui solution.
Comment ça?
Jican campé raide là, c'est un jican naturel qui descend fatigue dans corps pour sommeil blayi sous. Et puis faire ou lever neuf, coup 9 points.
Pas connaître nous comme.
C'est lui même passé poté pour.
Comme li goût côté m'a joindre.
Et les 470 691 35 33 ou à visiter notre website www.egeflogistique.com pour toute information sur Compéred et un pilote produit haïtien.
Are you a commercial driver tired of wearing every hat in your business? Is the administrative burden keeping you from focusing on what you love? Do you wonder if you can even afford help to support you in your business? The wait is over. Make the call today. Call your new partners at T5 Transit, where we create entrepreneurial freedom. At T5 Transit, we set you right the first time so you can get on your way with confidence, knowing that all aspects of your business are taken care of. With our 7 essential services, you can be sure to find what you need to run your trucking company efficiently. Optimize your business with the Profit First Cash Flow Management System. Get yourself in an insurance plan against unexpected legal challenges with the Commercial Driver's Legal Plan. Contact us today and find out about our budget-friendly options. Finally, enjoy the benefits of your hard work and let your business serve you. Contact T5 Transit today and watch your company thrive.